Hey, welcome to coverage of Beltane at KLM. This is Mr. Glista bringing you the action from the FPO lead card. We've got Barrett White, Kacie Glade, and Jackie Grammer rounding out the top of the pack. It's a nice sunny day out here, felt great, but kind of muddy from a ton of rain we've had over the last month and very windy as well, so they'll be battling some tricky conditions out here. Barrett's first to tee off with the hot score of the first round. And as you can see, that tailwind smacked her disc down pretty fast. This is a very uphill shot, and you gotta really give it some juice to cover that 230 feet. Jackie gives it a nice ride up into putting range. As Barrett looks to recover here and leaves it close. She'll like that. Kacie with a tester. Hits the cage, but not bad for the first hole. And Jackie's a little short as Barrett looks to save par, and she does. You can hear that wind ripping. I mean, I had a windsock on the microphone, but it did not help much today. As Kacie and Jackie clean up for pars all around. So no harm done on that first hole, but I know they're going to be looking to snag a birdie on this next one. Very short, though you've got a very low ceiling off the tee pad. The branch right in your face. That Barrett kind of nicks there, and it knocks her disc down. Kacie punches one out here with what I believe is her trusty Rhino. Leaves that nice and close. Jackie from a standstill, a little short and wide, but she might have a chance from there. As Barrett lines up a long birdie putt. And that is in. And Barrett said, my therapist told me it's fine to talk to my discs as long as they don't talk back. She had me cracking up the whole round. She is a character. And that's coming from a fellow character. Nice birdie by Kacie there. As Jackie cleans up for par. So 2 birdies on that hole, as Barrett and Kacie stay in close contention for first place, Jackie close behind, and we've got a fun one coming up with the first hole at KLM. And a nice shot from Barrett, though it catches that late tree. And a beautiful shot from Kacie. Nice backboard on that last tree, too. That thing was cruising on the wind. Jackie gets it a bit turned over, but a convenient cut roll. Barrett from downtown. Drifts a little bit, but I think she can save that. Smart putt from Jackie leaves it close, and that little patch of mud probably helped too. Ooh, great windy par save from Barrett. And that headwind nose up tilts her just over it for her birdie, but she saves the par. As does Jackie, so we are out of here with 3 threes. Still a tight race, anybody's tournament, and we got a lot of disc golf to play. and a lot of wind to fight. Barrett rips this one off the tee, but the headwind gets the better of her. This is a long one, 334, very uphill. Plays pretty much like 375-ish. And Kacie gets a great drive out there, fighting the wind. As Jackie's suffers a similar fate to Barrett's, but they've got nice clean-up shots from there. Hopefully they can get these up and down. Good distance, a little wide. As Barrett looks to do the same forehand. Beautifully done. Kacie with a rare birdie look on this hole.
Get it.
Oh, I liked the angle, but couldn't quite float it there. Little bit wide for Jackie. As Kacie saves her par. And Barrett taps it in after a perfect upshot. So Barrett and Kacie's scores stay the same. Jackie unfortunately ticks one up after that bogey. And we've got a fun hole here, very downhill towards this OB Creek. You gotta be careful not to push it too far, as Barrett gets a convenient fade to run right alongside the creek. Kacie hits some branches, but she'll be fine there. And Jackie's fades a little bit early. She's gonna have a long look. Nice gentle putt from Kacie. I'm sure she would have liked to be closer, but better that than in the water.
Yes! Hello, putt.
And can you believe that? I mean, just the risk factor alone with the water behind it, that is a fantastic putt. Well done, Jackie. Barrett playing smart, doesn't want to get too risky with that putt. And a great save for Kacie. And Jackie made up that bogey on the last hole real quickly with a fantastic putt there. So we are back to neg 2, neg 1 plus 2. Tight race for the FPO championship here. This is a very tough one, arguably a par 4. And they're really just trying to get one out there safe and wide, stay away from the water on the right, as all three of them do nicely. This hole's really about the second shot. Leave it close, leave yourself a stress-free putt. Ooh, as Jackie dangerously catches that tree, but it lands her inbounds. And Barrett scoots one up just inside the circle.
Slow down.
Kacie puts some power behind that, gets a nice bank off the bridge. Safe putt for Jackie.
Paul Barrett.
Good wind ride for Barrett to save her par 3. As Kacie's hoping to do the same. And connects.
We're gonna win everything in a round.
So we got 2 pars and Jackie's on that roller coaster of bogey birdie, but lots of disc golf to play, lots of birdieable holes coming up.
If you're buying a home or selling one too, I can find the best deal for you. So send me a text or give me a ring, and we can get the ball rolling.
Little shameless plug from me there. Ooh, that might have saved Barrett from going out of bounds. As Kacie throws a near perfect drive, skips it right up to the basket. Well done. Jackie's gonna try to follow that same line.
Get up there. Shot.
Gets the fade, a little skip away, but she should be close. And Barrett does a good job with, I think that was like a pure headwind putt. Kacie's actually went a little deep, and she hits the cage on her way back up the hill. Oh, and I wanted to see Jackie get a birdie to save, to cancel out that bogey, but they'll have to settle for 3s all around on this one. Barrett first to tee off here, catches a tree, but leaves her in a not so bad spot. This is a very difficult shot. Narrow, downhill, lots of trees to avoid. Kacie's is about as good as it gets. Jackie shoots down the same gap, and that'll play. Barrett, despite some tricky footing, leaves it nice and close. Jackie with a patent pending. Little Anheuser, beautiful angle, well done upshot. Kacie might be running this. Gives it a smart bid, pressure-free par. And man, Barrett's got this super consistent spin putt, perfect for these windy conditions. Kacie's in for par as Jackie gets a little nose down and doinks it on the cage. Sorry, Jackie, couldn't honor that request, as she takes an unfortunate bogey on that hole. Barrett and Kacie still fighting for the top there at 2 down and 1 down. Great drive from Barrett up this hill. Stays nice and clean. Lots of trees to get through on this one.
So sexy, crush your pants.
As Kacie nestles right up on one, that's gonna make for a trickier upshot. And Jackie connects with one on the right, but at least kicks to clear.
Yeah, baby.
Decent recovery shot. She can certainly make her putt from there. And Kacie gets around. Barrett's forehand upshot game is very strong. She's often leaving it 5 feet away. Good try from Jackie to save par.
Beautiful putt, Kacie.
And a fantastic save from Kacie there. Very important considering how close she is to Barrett. Couple 3s and a 4 on that tricky hole there. And we're headed back down towards that creek. Barrett looks like she's parked with that shot. Kacie lets this glide a mile. Little wide finish, but she's safe. And Jackie follows a similar path. They might have looks here for birdie, but as you can see, that green is really dangerous. That dirt there is pretty fast. If you don't, land it safely like she did, that's a fantastic putt. Smart anhyzer there from Kacie, staying away from the water. Don't even give it a chance. And it's such a simple wrist flick putt. I don't know how she does it so consistently. Great birdie from Barrett. As Kacie saves her par. And Jackie as well. Good birdie from Barrett. Pars from Kacie and Jackie. This next hole, Barrett did lead off, but I missed her drive. Sorry, was chatting it up with Twan and Dana, got distracted. But you're throwing over this culvert here that had very fast moving water on the day of the tournament because we got a ton of rain in April and the first week of May, so don't even want to mess with that. But I did catch Kacie's drive as she blasts one over. She's got a cannon for this division. Over no problem. Jackie put some steam on this too, and she's well over the center, but she's gonna have an awkward shot from up against this fence. Yeah, and since she needed to get over it, kinda hyzered out. Barrett leaning on her forehand again to leave this close. As you can see, her drive was very good. But can't make it through the gauntlet to the green. Kacie punches one up there. She'll have a good putt look. And that was a lot longer than it actually looked from that perspective. That was a good play from Jackie. Barrett leaves it close. And Kacie looking for, I believe, the solo par on this hole. Great job. This is another one of those could be a par 4 for this field. It's tricky. Gotta smash a drive, have a perfect upshot, and tap in for 3, so well done, Miss Glade. Back to 1 stroke difference between the leaders, and Jackie's fallen off a little bit, but plenty of holes to do some work, get some birdies. As Kacie lets it fly from this muddy tee pad.
Hell yeah.
Big flare skip in the right direction.
Hit it.
Ooh, Barrett was headed right for it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jackie gets that a little higher than she wanted, I believe. Nicks this baby tree. She's got a great lob putt. She has the ability to adjust whether she's really running it or leaving it close. And Barrett's a bit wide there. Kacie looking to gain a stroke on her. Good cleanup for Jackie's par. Barrett cleans up for par as well, and Kacie looking to do the same, pars all around.
I began filming the Clash at the Canyons with no intention of what this video would become.
Next on the team, from Portland, Illinois, Schlitt.
Yeah, Bartlett.
Delwood hosted the sport's biggest and best players. The story began to unfold. There was drama, there was emotion, there was excitement. Rain poured into Fraction Run in the days leading up to the event. We could have never have imagined that the banks of that creek would bear witness to one of the most epic showdowns professional disc golf has ever seen. This is the story. Here is the history.
Please go check out Schlitt's Creek, an awesome film by Ryan Aquino featuring some of my music, and he had a really fun premiere out at the Roxy in Lockport. Had a great time. As Kacie throws a great drive to open this hole. And Barrett bonks first available, but she's a good sport, laughs it off. Jackie's, narrowly misses the tree, but she's gonna stay out wide right. Excellent recovery from Barrett. Jackie once again, very good putt approach game. She always leaves them close. And Kacie doing the same, doesn't want to test that wind too much. Great putt. You get it on the wrong angle out here and it'll sail you about 20 feet the wrong direction. 20 feet if you're lucky. So, pars all around. That's a tricky one to birdie. I think they're happy with those scores. And we've got another crusher coming up here. Kacie lets this one rip. I kind of missed her blue disc with the blue sky, but she got over right and hit that tree and fell. Barrett keeps it low, but gets a nice punch out there wide.
There we go. Nice shot.
Hella shot.
Beautiful line.
Gorgeous.
And Jackie gets a perfect full flight S. Kacie with that rhino leaves it pretty close. Might be a little short, but she's got a putt. Great touch from Barrett.
Get it.
Oh, and that's what not bad, but that wind will really catch you. And great save for Jackie. Well played hole. Good putt from Barrett. And just a hair low for Kacie. You know she wanted that one, but she's got a chance to make it up as the lead grows to 2 strokes for Barrett. And a very birdieable hole next for these women. Barrett starts that a little straight, or rather a little too far wide for that flatness. And Jackie's fades nicely towards the basket. And Kacie started a little left for that hyzer angle, but still crushes it up to about pin high.
Holla up shot, Kacie. Wait.
And she'll recover for par. Good try for Jackie as Barrett looks for the solo bird. Gives it a chance, but they'll have to settle for pars on this one. So no change as we whittle down to the last, 4 or 5 holes here. We got 19 holes today to be played. And here is a short temp hole, but there was an island green. You had to basically land this short shot in the circle, which is easier said than done. As you can see, Barrett's gets a strange little roll there, but luckily she stays in bounds. So does Jackie. And Kacie leaning on this rhino. Perfection. That's a tap-in birdie. Exactly what she wants right now. Terrific putt for Jackie. That's tricky with this wind. Another one from Barrett there. And we've got a star frame. For those of you not super familiar with disc golf lingo, that is a birdie across the board for you and your card mates. First one of the day for, well, on this coverage at least, which is no surprise given these conditions. But I'm happy to see at least one. As we go to one of my favorite holes on this course, although they're not throwing down that middle tree gauntlet, they've got a tricky around the bend shot, which Jackie executes perfectly. And Kacie taking a similar line, gets a little inside, but that'll work. Oh, and I missed Barrett's drive again. Sorry, Barrett.
Line.
So she leaves that putt close for a par. Jackie looks for her birdie. And gets that nose down again. But as you can see, all smiles. This whole card, they were in good spirits. Very fun to follow them. With a good birdie from Kacie there. And she's got to be happy with that because it puts her within 1 stroke of the lead as we head to the final, final 2 holes here. Yeah, 18, 19 coming up. This is a tricky one, though. Another arguable par 4 for the field. Kacie plays the wide open route to the left. Barrett throws down this lane. You've really got a choice on which way you want to take this hole. The ladder, which Barrett just did, kind of leaves you an uphill upshot. And Jackie pounds one down that lane as well. Should be clean. Oh, and maybe I spoke too soon about the openness there as Kacie catches some branches. Great shot from Barrett. No pressure par. And Jackie's a little deep, low wide, but still well in the circle.
Yes, nice putt.
Ooh, bounces in, good force save from Kacie.
Lovely.
Good par save from Jackie. And Barrett, showing us the flamingo putt, takes her par. So the lead stretches to 2 as we head into the final hole of the tournament. Oh, and what have we here? Is it Le Chanticleer? Indeed, oui, oui. Je m'appelle Matteo. Barrett first to tee on this scenic final hole. Downhill with a creek and a bridge to get over. Good safe cut roll. And Jackie's is cruising. Clears the creek no problem. Kacie wants to leave this close, get a birdie. Ooh, slides it up, and it's in range. Great play from Barrett to take a par. Kacie draws cage, but not enough. God, Jackie, she's got such a good putt. She runs them every time, but leaves them pretty darn close. As Barrett is in for par, securing her victory. And here are your final scores for the lead card. Well done, Barrett White, battling through the winds to secure the top spot.
All right, we're here with the Beltane FPO champion, Barrett White. Congratulations. Barrett, have you got any words for your sponsors or comments on the tournament?
Thank you, RPM, for making amazing discs that throw beautifully in this wind. My Pekka Pekka was a dream disc today. And thank you to Ladies First for making these amazingly sparkling clothes for me. And thank you to Katherine for keeping me super fierce on the course.
Excellent, congrats.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Beltane tournament directors too. You got Amy Leskowski, Sheila Callahan, Aaron Havoc, Rachel Braband, and Michele Lopez, who also took down her division. Congrats, Michele. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. I plan to be out at iOS 100 on Sunday, June 5th, covering the MPO division, as well as the Illinois State Disc Golf Championships afterwards, hopefully covering FPO and MPO out there. If you'd like to advertise in either of those productions, please reach out to matt@mystaglista.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at mystaglista and check out my music at mystaglista.com. I've got 3 albums on all major streaming services that I'm really proud of, and the 2 songs in this video are on my SoundCloud page. Those are free to download and use in your own productions as well. It's Monday morning and I gotta go show some clients some homes. If you'd like to talk real estate, please reach out as well, whether you're buying or selling or renting. Happy to discuss your goals and help you reach them. Other than that, take care and see you out on the course.